So what type of cases are you generally handling right now, Nick?
It could be anything. So we take all cases, everything from the lowest level misdemeanors all the way up to, the only thing I don't do is homicide cases because we have a special bureau of very senior attorneys that handle those. But other than that, I take absolutely anything. Now that I'm what we call fully certified, which means we can take the highest level felony cases, I try to not take as many misdemeanors just because I did a lot of those when I first started, and the more serious cases are more interesting and more to the level of work I'm doing right now. But my caseload includes everything. It includes misdemeanors, it includes violent felonies, drug felonies, really the whole gamut.
And just tell us a little how is it broken up, your office? And it's not the public defender's office, it's the legal aid office?
Yeah, so it's New York City. I guess I'll back up. Most cities have an office of the public defender, or at the county level, perhaps. Like I know Rochester is Monroe County Public Defender. New York City doesn't do that. The public defenders are not city or any sort of government employees. Instead, New York City uses a contract system to award its public defender work. Once upon a time, there was just one public defender, the Legal Aid Society, which had almost the entire contract, except for a few small exceptions.
For all 5 boroughs.
For all 5 boroughs. The long story short is during the Giuliani administration, the public defender union went on strike. In order to break the strike, Giuliani opened up several competing public defender offices across the city. So almost every borough has an alternative public defender provider that sort of competes is the wrong word, but initially that's what it was. It was a competing non-union law firm that essentially ended the strike because there was just now an alternative provider. That was really sort of considered like dark days of public defense in the city because this strong union public defender office had seen their strike broken by non-union workers. However, we've come a long way since then, and almost and possibly all, I don't want to say all for certain, but it's close to all of the public defender agencies in the city have since unionized under our union. So everyone's part of the same union.
And I think you don't have you don't fight against like Brooklyn defenders or Bronx defenders. You work together. I think essentially it's not like you're competing for clients or cases or funding.
Well, I think at the administrative level there's certainly a sense of competing, and like it's a contract that they're bidding on. So like the head of the Legal Aid Society is bidding on a contract to try to get X number of cases or X percentage of the caseload in any given borough against the head of Brooklyn Defenders. But at the staff attorney level, there's certainly no bad blood. And as I said, we're all part of the same union. But in terms of our office and the organization, it's the Legal Aid Society of New York City. It's the considered the oldest public defense firm in America. And we really do everything. Criminal defense is the primary focus, and that's what Katie and I work in. But there's also immigration, civil, housing, a full gamut of
juvenile rights,
legal services for people that can't afford attorneys. And then within the criminal defense practice, which is where we work, it's divided up into a separate office for all 5 boroughs. I work in the Brooklyn office, and Katie works in the Manhattan office.
What made you want to become a public defender?
So I went into law school knowing I wanted to do something in sort of the public interest realm, so that being something that works and helps people as opposed to, say, corporate law where I would just make as much money as possible. I tried a public defense internship my first summer of law school and really liked it, and kept interning at them, kept liking them, and it just ended up being a really natural fit for me. The work style works well for me. It's meaningful work that I really believe in, and it's really sort of the perfect fit for me in terms of work style, meaningful work, getting enjoyment out of it, etc.
How about you?